I'm no expert, but if it was up to me, I think that light's on and that was not. So let's go see what's going on. What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be working on the Ram once again. The damn thing breaks all the time. Just kidding. But I can't see shit out of this 5% tint. Can't see nothing. And I'm thinking it's because I have a light out. I've noticed that my low beam has been acting up on my passenger side for a little bit now, and that's okay. But I also finally got a warning light saying, hey, it's out. And there she be. It is time to order new lights for this truck. I'm going to show you how I install them and what I'm going to do and find out which brand I'm going to go with. Let's get started. Passenger side works. This one doesn't. But we also have our lights coming in today. So funny. Now that we got our Auxito lights, very funny. Probably right though. We got low beams for our Ram. Now these are going to be a 6500 watt or K Kelvin, which is going to be our bright white for the Ram. That Ram right there. Anything more you go with, if you want to do like 8K, 10K, 12.5, 100K, you're going to end up jumping into what we like to call asshole lights, which are going to be bright and blue and really not aesthetically pleasing. Do me a favor, do the bright white, do not do bright blue. So first things first, we got to take off our grill and both of our headlights to get to our low beams. This is how I do it. Before we even get started, we have our lights and our basic set of hand tools of what we are going to need today to work on the Ram. Now you're going to need I would say about a foot long extension that'll go between the top of your headlight down to the bottom. There is a stubborn bolt, 10 mil that I will show you. Then we have a ratchet, like I said, our 10 mil, and two sets of pry tools. The reason why I put two is because most people have the plastic ones. I like using the ones with the plastic handle and the metal. So that's what you're going to need to change out your bulbs. Let's get started. First, pop that hood. Second, open the hood. Next, we're going to have to take off our plastic clouding to get to our grill. First, we're going to have a clip there, a clip here, here, and one also right there. So this is what it's going to look like after you get your plastic cladding out. When you do get it out, keep in your plastic clips. 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Keep them in there so you don't lose it. It's a good practice to keep. It's what I do. Also, if you didn't know, a 10 mil fits snug in your hood stop. But anyway, now we have to remove our grill. Our grill assembly has to come out so we can get to the other bolts for each headlight. The grill is really easy. You have 4 10 mils, one here, one here, one here, and one here. We'll take those off and the grill just pulls off. It pops out. There are about 6 different plastic clips that hold that in, and that'll come right off. Now that we have our grill off, I noticed that it was even broken. So any sponsorships out there want to send me a cool grill, that'd be awesome. But anyway, what I want to show you right now is the bolts that you're going to take out for the grill. There's 2 types. There's a coarse thread and there is a fine thread. The fine thread is going to go into your rad framing here. So there's going to be one for here, one right there. And then you're going to have a coarse thread that's going to go into your plastic right here on this end and right there. Step 4, taking out our headlight assembly. Now we have 3 things only holding this in: a 10 mil here and a 10 mil here and a plastic clip in the back. This 10 mil that's right here, you would typically need a 1-foot extension. Due to some of the years, they have a hard plastic that covers this, so you wouldn't be you wouldn't have the access to get to that as easily. So considering this is an 18, they have the flimsier one where you can just pull it out of the way and get right to that. Notice this will be a longer bolt than this one. Now coming back under behind your wheel wells, you're going to have a plastic door. I'm going to pop that open. Up in there, you're going to have a plastic clip. And that plastic clip needs to be in all the way up to the up position, where that block right in the middle, see my finger, that block in the middle can just slide right out. Typically that's supposed to be pulled all the way down to lock that in place. So push that all the way up and pull out. All right, step 5. Now that we have our headlight assembly out, you want to make sure it is secured. You don't want it to fall out. Now, if you're going to keep it inside the vehicle with everything connected, I used a bungee where our one clip goes in. I tied a bungee to that end and then up here to where that is at. So that way I can lean it forward enough. It's not going to hurt anything. If you want to be a little bit nicer and put, you know, like painter's tape or maybe a blanket there so that way it doesn't really scratch anything, just be careful. You know, headlights are expensive. You do not want to break them. Next, you're going to want to get to your low beam, which is going to be the one closest to the outside of view, just to prove that when I hit my lights, when I unlock it, your low beams come on. You'll see that. Well, if I lock it first and then I unlock it, the low beam comes on. On this side, obviously it does not. So now that we know that it's that one, it's going to be the one closest to the outside of your vehicle, closest to the fender. You're going to turn this counterclockwise and this will pop right out. Now this is an aftermarket headlight. These are Alpharex headlights, so your process might be a little bit different, but for the mainstream OEM, this is going to be the same basis for all make and models. Now this is just held in with a clip, so the clip gets pushed down, kind of hard doing it in one hand, but push down, then over to the side, and same thing with the other end. So push down and then around, and then these should pop right out. Flip this up, pull it out, and there it is. So I'm going to go grab our new one and pop it in. Just for the sake of time, because it's starting to rain and I would not like to get downpoured on, I'm going to do a time lapse of me putting this back together a lot faster. But we got the same name brand Auxitos as before, and I will explain that in a little bit, so just tune in. Brightest bulbs on the market? I don't know, you tell me. I can see right now, it's pretty bright outside, how bright these things are lighting up that bottom panel of the house. These are the Auxitos, the 6500 Kelvins, super bright white lights. We have the driver's side in. We will be doing the passenger side just to accommodate that, to do them at the same time. These lights lasted me 6 years. 6 years. Almost 60,000 miles. I would buy them again in a heartbeat for the price tag that they've been going on for, between $55 to $70. These are the H7 kits that go in these projector style headlights. Get yourself a set. Like I said, I won't bother you and bore you with the other side. You know now how to put them in, the right way to do it, and make sure you put in the right bolts in the right spots and the clip down in the right spot in the back. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Ooh, back to looking beautiful, just how we like it.